Valley Talk on News Talk 1580 KGAL.
And Valley Talk, hello, how are you doing this wonderful day? Beautiful day here in the Mid-Willamette Valley. The leaves are turning color, and it's absolutely beautiful. Hope you get a chance to get out and enjoy it. Lunch is served. My good friend Dale from Quiznos just walked in the door. Dale, come on in here.
Hello.
Walk in here and grab a microphone. What am I eating today?
We're having honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
Absolutely delicious. Best honey mustard in the world.
And best honey mustard in the world. You heard it right here, in the world. And looks like strawberry lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can get your bag of your chips.
Chips, sun chips.
Sun chips, your favorite.
My favorite. Good.
Yep.
And thank you for being a part of Valley Talk here. By the way, if you would like a $10 gift certificate from Quiznos in Albany, right next to the former Geodger's location, right next to Novak's, you can't miss it. Right, Dale?
That's correct. We're right there. Been there since 2003.
Right. Sign up, send me an email, dave@kgal.com, or call the radio station at 541-926-8683 and put Taste on Us. Right?
Absolutely.
Right. Taste on Us on the subject line, and we'll draw your name out of the hat, hopefully, and you'll get a $10 gift certificate. Now, this is good for anything in Quiznos. So if you want to get a couple sub sandwiches, if you want some chips, drinks, whatever, take your friends down there, and $10, the taste is on us. And my good friend Dale is here, and he just would love to have you stop by and say hi to him today. And your timing is perfect.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for lunch.
Appreciate all you do. We love our customers out there and appreciate the business.
And remember, taste is on us. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Dale and Quiznos Sandwich, of course, sponsor here at Valley Talk. Glad to have them on board. We have got a fun show today. We're going to be talking about treasure hunts. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about balloon rides, and we're going to be talking about carousels and corn maze. Have you ever been in a corn maze? Well, Fordyce Farms is going to be having hay rides and corn maze. It's, that's that time of the year right now when the leaves turn in color and the corn stalks. And have you ever been a kid and run around in the cornfield and the dry corn stalks? Isn't that a lot of fun? So corn maze is coming up. We'll be talking last half of the show about that. So don't forget to sign up for Quiznos Taste on Us. The phone number is 541-926-8683 or Quiznos Taste on Us on the subject line. Send the email to dave@kgal.com. If you have a nonprofit that has something going on, we'd love to share it. Just send me an email about it, and we will mention it on Valley Talk, possibly have you as for a guest on the show, or just mention it. Like, for example, the Salvation Army is having their annual kettle kickoff dinner. It's going to be October 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Eagles. So check that out. All right? Heard it right here on KGAL Radio. Also happening, couple things happening this weekend, this Saturday, that we don't want you to miss. One of them is hot air balloon rides at Cheetah Lake Park in Lebanon. That's something that the Jesus Network is putting on as a fundraiser for their trip to New Zealand. And you can stop by anywhere from 8 to 9:30 this Saturday. Pray for no wind. The weather's supposed to be really good, so bring your camera, too. And the rides are $10 a person. Again, a fundraiser for TJN's New Zealand trip. After you do that, you've got to check out the treasure hunt for the Albany Fire Department. By the way, balloon rides, they do need some people to help. So if you can help out with, holding the balloon and rolling the balloon out and getting it set up, and give me a call. Dave Adams, phone number is 541-280-8833, 541-280-8833. After you're done for the balloon rides, or if you don't like hot air balloons, check out the treasure hunt with the Albany Fire Department. And in the studio today is Wanda Omdahl with the Albany Fire Department to talk to us about the treasure hunt. Wanda, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So talk to us about the treasure hunt.
Well, every year we have a treasure hunt, and it's the first weekend before what is Nationally Fire Prevention Week, and we open all of our stations and have different activities, so someone could just go to their local neighborhood station and do things, or they can go visit all 4 stations and see all the things that are going on.
Is there treasure somewhere buried?
Well, every child, or even adults if they wanted them, get a treasure to take with them. We have activity books and crayons and candy, Halloween kind of theme, and glow sticks for them. It's something different at each station, but they get to participate in activities. They get to go on fire engine rides. They get to do a junior firefighter challenge. We're going to cut up some cars that people like to see our jaws of life in action, and just
You're
a
not
lot
cut
of
up my
different-
car, are you?
No. It's a car that's already been deemed disabled. So nobody's car is going to be cut up. But it is a fascinating thing to watch. So we have food at each station. We have popcorn and hot dogs and all kinds of stuff. So there is a lot for families to do.
Do you think we get in trouble if we cut up the mayor's car?
Yeah, I think we might.
Or the fire chief's
and
car?
she's really nice, so we
She
wouldn't
is
want to
very
do that to her.
So is there a cost for the treasure
There
hunt?
is not. There is no cost for any of it, and it's our opportunity to share with the community all the things that go on in fire stations that they don't see day in and day out. So we like to take this time once a year to open all of our doors and demonstrate some of the things out at our 34th Avenue station, Station 12. They're going to do some water rescue stuff, so they'll have a water tank there and divers and just things like that, so they can see some of the things that we do that they don't always get to see.
So this is every year. How many years have you been
Every
doing
year.
this?
I was just trying to think of that. I want to say probably 15 years or so since we've had two new stations. So maybe 12 years, 13 years, somewhere in there.
And it's going to be at each station
Each station,
from 10 to 2.
yes, has a different thing going on there. And we have sent out press releases and flyers through the schools. There's the Reach helicopter is going to land at Station 14, which is our North Albany station, at 11 o'clock. So there's a couple time things, but there's no charge for any of it, and it goes on for about 4 hours.
Do you have a website where they can go? Let's say they want to do the water rescue or
They
cut up
want
the
to see
cars
it.
or whatever.
We do not. Our website
Oh.
is not very functional right now. So, yes, sorry about that. But they can call me.
Okay.
My number is 541-917-7734, or they can email me at wanda.omdahl@cityofalbany.net, all lowercase, all one word, City of Albany, and I'd be happy to answer any questions they
Can you
might
do me a
have.
favor?
Yes.
If you could send me a list of all that stuff, we can
Yeah,
put it on
yeah.
KGAL.com. So you
Yeah.
can go to KGAL.com and let's say you're into water rescue.
Yeah.
I was at a radio station in Bend, Oregon, K-Bend, and it was right next to a canal.
Mm-hmm.
And right out at the newsroom window, they would practice water rescues,
Yep,
the Bend Fire
yep.
Department and the Swift Water Rescue Team.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting.
Yeah,
That
this
water...
last winter, our water rescue, we did a lot of. So it's a pretty hot topic as far as that goes. But yeah, it's complicated, and canals, rivers, it's like you have all these different bodies of water that you have to practice for.
So cutting up cars, water rescue,
Yes, fire engine rides.
fire engine rides.
The
Reach helicopter.
is going to land. The Junior Firefighter Challenge, when firefighters are hired, we have like what we call a combat challenge. So there's these different things that they have to do, and this is the kid version of that. So they get to spray water and
Water fight!
Yes,
I knew
well,
it!
We only have one hose at a time, just
Oh.
to avoid that. But they can spray water and just kind of do some of the things firefighters do. So
Water fights at the fire station.
yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
How many people do you typically have show up for treasure
Normally
hunts?
we have about 750 to 1,000 people kind of travel throughout the 4 hours. So it's a really, and like I said, if you can only go to your neighborhood fire station, there's things to do, and if you can go to all four, there's a lot of things to do. You'll also notice all of our firefighters are wearing pink T-shirts this weekend because we are supporting breast cancer awareness and doing that kind of stuff too. So
It's interesting that it's okay to wear pink. And back in the day,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have caught a cowboy or a firefighter dead wearing pink, but it's become the man thing to
it
do.
has,
to
yeah,
step up
especially
and
when
get
you're
involved.
supporting, exactly, especially when you're supporting a very good cause, which is finding the cure to breast cancer. So
There you go. So you have 4 fire stations.
we do.
What are their locations
So
again?
their locations are our Station 11 is downtown at 110 Southeast 6th. Station 12 is out on 34th Avenue, so I think it's 120 Southeast 34th Avenue. Station 13 is behind Home Depot, and then Station 14 is up on Gibson Hill Road. It's the fire station that's right next to the park.
Okay, we've got a few minutes left in this segment of the show. So what's going on in fire news? Can they burn outdoors? What's
They
the
would
hot
have to
topic
call
now?
our burn number. I It could. I haven't called that number, so I'm not sure where we're at as far as burning, but it has to be allowed. And you can call 541-451-1901, and that'll give you the burn message and let you know what's allowed and not allowed. You're always only allowed to burn yard debris, so it's not a time that you can burn garbage if you're inside the city, that kind of stuff. So it's just for yard debris, not construction burning or anything like that.
No, you can't burn your trash.
No.
One of the things I do love about the Mid-Willamette Valley, absolutely love it as opposed to Bend, is in Bend, you're in the middle of the forest, and so forest fires, the smoke at times in Bend is pretty bad.
Well, right now they have one over there right now that the smoke is actually coming this direction, so we may see a little haze today. The weather it's not wet, it's dry, and it's windy, which is conducive to making fires bigger. So hopefully they'll be able to get a handle on that. That one's been burning for a little while.
Okay. No cost for treasure hunt. Again, it's this Saturday, 10 to 2. Check it out. See what's going on at your local fire department. Watch them cut up a car, play in the water. Fire fights at the fire station. Water fights.
No fighting at all.
Water fights. Okay.
No water fights.
What do you call it?
No firefighting.
What do you call it?
They're gonna spray a flame that's made out of wood and make it rotate. But
So
there's no fire.
There's no water
fights.
fights?
There's
No water fights?
Firefighting. There's There's pretend firefighting, which is a lot more fun than real firefighting.
Okay.
So we're good with the pretend stuff.
All right. Wanda, thank you very much for being on Valley
Thanks
Talk
for
today.
having me.
Anything you want to add that we haven't, now that we've had a lot of fun
here?
here?
See us this weekend so that we can show you all the things that we do to make our community safe.
Okay, and make sure you send us a list and so
I
they
will.
can check and see, I want to cut up a car, or I will watch
Do you
someone
want me to
cut up a
attach
car.
this flyer to it, or do you want me to send a list?
You can attach the flyer to it, yeah.
Perfect.
So they can go to KGAL.com and find out what's going on at which station so you know which one you want to get in on, depending on which activity is more interesting to you.
Yes.
So thanks for being with
Thanks
us on
for
Valley
having
Talk
me.
today. We'll have to bring you back and see what else is going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe
Be
we'll
happy to
talk
do
them
it.
into having water fights. I keep wanting to say firefights. I guess I watched too many World War II
No
movies.
fighting, no violence at the
Okay.
fire station.
All right. It's a violence-free zone.
Violence-free zone. They have to leave to fight fires. They can't do it at the station. So.
Thank you for being with us on
Thanks
Valley
for
Talk
having
today.
me.
Make sure you sign up for Quiznos Taste on Us. You can send me an email, dave@kgal.com, or call the station 541-926-8683. And if you have something going on with your nonprofit, we'd love to have you in on the show, because if the Valley's talking about it, by Joe, we want to talk about it here on Valley Talk. We're going to be talking in just a moment about the Carousel project. The Albany Historic Carousel and Museum, they're having an art show and auction coming up October 14th. Wendy's here in the studios. We're going to talk to her about that when Valley Talk continues. Be right back.
Healthletics Chiropractic Clinic LLC reminds everybody, only 8% of the eligible donor population actually bothers to donate blood. New donors are needed constantly to replace those who become ineligible because of age or for medical reasons. So help your local hospitals and blood banks keep pace with the rising need. Be a silent hero, give the gift of life, take the time and donate blood. This message has been from Healthletics Chiropractic Clinic LLC. Remember, with regular donations from everybody, blood shortages will be a thing of the past.
Banking these days can be pretty impersonal. You've got your big banks, your internet banks, your do-it-yourself banks, and your too-big-to-fail banks. That's why you might be interested in an alternative, Willamette Community Bank. I'm Dave Wood, President and CEO of Willamette Community Bank. We believe you deserve better service without sacrificing a thing. So if you're feeling underserved, make the switch to the best banking option out there. Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC.
Sully Stay and Play Doggy Daycare in the North Albany Village really does care about your loving member of the family. Here's Tony Sullivan, local owner and operator.
A happy dog at Sully's is a happy dog at home.
Sully Stay and Play specializes in home-baked doggy treats.
Nowhere else in the valley is there a gourmet dog bakery.
Sully's offers unique pet supplies,
We have the toughest, high-quality leashes, collars, harnesses, and dog toys.
obedience, and training classes.
We also have a certified dog trainer on staff who will train your dog by appointment.
Sully Stay and Play provides exceptional daycare service, and you can watch what's going on.
At Sully's, we have webcams in the play areas. So if you're at work, home, or like one of our customers who was in New York City, you can be there to check on your dog when you're not really there.
And it's safe.
Sully's is a safe environment with trained and caring staff looking out for your best friend. All dogs have to pass a behavior screening test.
Sully Stay and Play Doggy Daycare in the North Albany Village, 1 block north of Highway 20 on North Albany Road.
A happy dog at Sully's is a happy dog at home.
Looking for bargains? Home improvement experts? Solar power? Attend the 18th Annual Albany Home and Remodel Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Lynn County Fair and Expo Center. First 50 visitors each day receives a free pair of work gloves. Prizes announced every hour. Tickets and vouchers good for all 3 days. And Armed Services ID holders get in free for Freedom Saturday. Ideas for roofing, windows, flooring, kitchen, and bathroom remodel displays. Petco sponsors the Pet Pavilion. Super prices at this year's Fall Tree and Shrub Sale. Don't miss the Albany Home and Remodel Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Upgrade for your fall. If you own or manage a business, you need to take control of your transportation costs. You need PetroCard. PetroCard is the largest independent franchise of Pacific Pride, owning over 65 convenient locations throughout Oregon and Washington. With the automatic fueling system from Pacific Pride, you'll get 24-hour access to gas and diesel at thousands of Pacific Pride locations throughout the U.S. Get control of your transportation costs now. Call PetroCard at 1-800-4FUEL. PetroCard is more than just fuel.
Health Talk with Dr. Bob Martin. Sunday mornings on News Talk 1580, KGAL.
This is Valley Talk. I'm Dave Adams, and we are so glad that you joined us today and be a part of Valley Talk. Again, if your nonprofit has something going on, let us know about it, because we would love to have you come in the studio. We have a lot of fun talking about stuff going on. We're going to talk right now about the Albany Historic Carousel and Museum. If you've ever been to Salem and seen the carousel that they've got there, beautiful. They're also going to have a very beautiful carousel here in Albany, and it's beautiful. Go down by the post office, and you've got a building there, and they're actually carving the animals that are going to be on the carousel. In fact, my daughter went down there and was helping carve the other day, and she had a blast. So if you want to learn carving, you can go down there and volunteer. They can teach you how to do that. In the studio right now, we have Wendy Kirby, who is board president of the Albany Historic Carousel and Museum. Thank you for being with us, Wendy, on Valley Talk.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let's talk about your art show and auction. That is coming up on the 14th.
Yes, it's the 14th of October from 3 until 7. And it will be, we'll have a silent auction and a live auction. And there will be food. There's no cost to come. But we have this gorgeous, gorgeous art. We are featuring 5 artists, and they have their art. It's displayed up on the wall in our gift shop right now. So if you'd like to come and see it, look it over and see what it may be something that you would be interested in. But then we'll also have about 20 other artists have donated framed pictures for us to auction off. So there will be lots of things to look at. There's a quilt that is a carousel quilt. We have quite a few pictures, but we also have a couple of statues. We have a carving of a griffin, which is a small portion, or a smaller version of our griffin that's going to be on the carousel, and that was hand carved by Don Morton and Don Moreland. Okay. And he has carved it, and one of the ladies painted it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You need to come and look at it.
Now, what's the theme of the Albany Carousel? It's different than, for example, the one in Salem. I hate to keep comparing the two, but...
Oh, no, that's fine. One of the differences, well, there's 2 differences.
Okay.
One is that we're a menagerie. They only have horses. They just have 1 zebra. We have a menagerie. We have a lot of different animals. We have zebras, as well as we have elephants and rabbits and tigers and lions and alpacas, and we have just a total menagerie. One of the favorite ones is Harriet the Frog, And
not live ones, but carved out of wood.
They're all carved out of wood. We might have a frog jumping around there, but I don't think so.
They're beautiful.
Oh, they are.
I was just down there the other day, and when I took my daughter down there to do some carving, and it's amazing. You carve them out in sections, and then you use dowels and you kind of pin them together with glue, and you don't use any metal screws. Is that right?
No.
Why is that?
Well, it's because it's the old world way that it was done, and that's the way the carousels were put together back in those times, with dowels and glue, and no nails or anything. That's just the old world way that they did it.
And so the animals that are on display in the museum building down by the post office in Albany, those are ones that have been carved at the building there in Albany. Mm-hmm. Local residents have carved those.
Yes.
They're absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
So somebody can come down there with no carving experience, and you'll show them how to do that.
Yes, they do. And what they do is they start out and they'll do a rosette, and then it's a flower or a pineapple, and then they go on to maybe doing a hobby horse head, and they do those to see how they do. And some people say, I just want to go ahead and do the hobby horses and the rosettes and the pineapples and the plaques, and we sell those in the gift shop. And then other people, they feel like that they want to go on and carve, so they do have the choices. Our lead carver talks to them and shows them, and just to see, because it's all volunteer. We only have one employee, and that's Tyson Brown, and he's our manager. And so it's all done by volunteer. So,
Let's talk about the timeline for the carousel in Albany. When do you expect to have enough animals to fill the carousel, and then what happens at that point?
Well, right now, in December, we will have a little better than half of them completed. We have 52 animals and 2 chariots and 6 replacements. But we are just about halfway there, and they did tell us that at this point we could, that we could run the carousel with those amounts of animals on there. But what we need more than anything else is our building, which we need $4.5 million for that. And
why so expensive?
Because we're building a whole brand new building
designed for the carousel.
Yes.
Okay. And so you'll tear down the existing building and then build it at the same location?
Yes, it's going to be right at that location. Yes, we will raise that building and put a brand new building there. If you go on our website, you can find the rendering of the picture of the building.
Okay. So when do you expect the building to be torn down? When do we expect to get to that phase of completion?
I'm going to say in the next 3 years.
Next 3 years, okay. Where are we in the fundraising goal? Of course, the building was, $4.5 million?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How close are we? How much money do you need? That kind of thing. And that's why the art and show and auction and fundraiser are very important.
Yes. All of these things to come down and just let people know, if we're trying to have as many functions as we can, of course, and as many fundraisers as we can have, because it takes so much money to keep our doors open. And also we want people to come down and see. Once you come in there and see what we're doing, it's really hard to not want to jump in and help. Whether you want to buy a $100 brick, whether you want to buy a sponsor a $4,000 statue, or whether you want to give us $1 million, you're going to come. Everybody. There's something for everyone, and everyone can be a part of it and can contribute to what they can afford to do. But what we really want to do is we want to get people in to see what we're doing there.
There's something about carousels, isn't there? There's kind of a magic about it, kind of an old world takes you back to the good old days. I'll go back to the carnival ride and the carousel, going around and round in the carnival that came every year. There's something about the carousel that was just fun.
Well, it's magical. And I think that just about everybody that comes in, they say things like, I rode a carousel when I was 5 years old back in Newport, Rhode Island. Or I used to go to Coney Island and ride, or just different places. Or the carnival used to come to the town, and I always loved to ride a carousel. And that's from 9 to 90. I mean, everybody talks about it. I can remember the first carousel that I rode.
Where was that at?
It was in Florence, Oregon, at the Rhododendron Festival, and I rode a giraffe.
And you can still remember it to this day.
I can. And I think a lot of people can. It's like what you said. You hit the nail on the head. It's magical. Mm-hmm. The music, just all of it.
Obviously you need some money, and you need people to come to the art show and auction. And if you want to pick up some great art for your home or whatever, please come down and do it. It's October 14th from 3 to 7 p.m., and it's at the Carousel and Museum Building at 503 First Avenue, next to the main post office in Albany. Mm-hmm. What else do you need help with? You need volunteers, you need carvers, what?
We need it all. We need people that want to come and work in our gift shop. We need docents that will come around and give tours.
What's a docent?
As somebody that will take tours, take people through and tell them about, the painting and the carving and so forth, and meet you at the door and say hello and explain about the project.
They've got some of the carved animals that are finished right as you enter the doorway there. And one of them is a dragon, kind of an animal.
Its name is Igniter.
Igniter. Good name for a dragon. But the detail and the carving, and to think that they're all carved out of wood by hand by local volunteers and then pieced together with dowels and glue, it's just amazing.
Yes, it is. It's amazing to me. I walk in there and I fall in love with one animal, and then I think, oh, this is most beautiful, and then all of a sudden I like another one. So, yeah.
How long does it take to carve an animal?
About a year. And it just depends on how fast the carver is and how much time he can put in.
Okay. Igniter is the dragon's name.
Yes. Oh, yes, we have Igniter, and we have Munchie, the dog. We have Frederick, the rabbit. We have Hope, the giraffe. We have King, the lion. We have Sally, the alpaca. Just come and see them. They're beautiful. Or you can go to the mall. We have 2 of them in the mall. We have them in different businesses around town. We have them in Coastal Farms. There's 2 of them there.
When can people come and carve?
We are open from 10 until 4 every day. Wednesday nights we're open until 9. And we're also open on Saturday from 10 until 4. Some of the carvers come in at different times. We are closed on Sunday.
All right. Anything that you would like to add, Wendy, about either the art show and auction, which is a silent auction? What do they call it? Verbal auction?
Yes, it's a silent auction as well as a live auction.
Live auction, okay.
And just come and see some of the artwork, and absolutely beautiful, beautiful stuff. It's all local artists, and you can pick up postcards at the Carousel, or you can, we have a lot of them around town. Melissa Saylor's part of them, Lynn Powers, Mios Staunenberg, Nancy Clark, Katie Grant Hansen, all local artists and well-known and beautiful pieces.
All right. Thank you for all you do at the Historic Carousel and Museum. Looking forward to what it's going to be down the road. It's fun to watch it come to fruition. It's fun to watch it being built and, carve by carve, stroke by stroke, the carvers. My daughter had a blast. She's an artist by trade, a watercolor artist and a sketch artist. So that was her first chance at carving.
Oh, yeah.
And, she's very artistic in nature, and she really liked that. So
the journey is wonderful for all of us. It's a journey that everybody in town can be part of.
So if people are listening to this and they say, I couldn't carve a toothpick, can they still come down and carve?
Yes, they can. And if they choose not to do that, they can paint, or they can work in the gift shop. They can be a docent. There's just many, many things for people to do. And it takes all of us.
Mm-hmm. It takes a community to build a Carousel museum,
it does.
doesn't it?
It takes the whole valley.
What is your website again and contact information?
Okay, you can call us at downtown at area code 541-791-3340, and it's Albany Carousel at gmail.com or www.albanycarousel.com. And you can get on our website, and we have a calendar there to tell you the things that are coming up.
And we plan on going down there on the 17th and doing some video shooting down there and put it on our website, KGAL.com, about the carving and what's going on in the building. So we're looking forward to doing that. So if you've never been down there, please go down there and check it out and support their art show and auction October 14th, 3 to 7 p.m. It's the Carousel Museum building, which is just across the street, just west of the post office. It's at 503 First Avenue in Albany. And help them out. It's going to be fun. It already is fun.
Yes, it is.
Thank you for being with us in Valley Talk today, and look forward to having you back again.
Okay, well, thank you for having me.
And coming up next, we are going to be going down the corn maze at Fordyce Farms here on Valley Talk. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The Osgood File, sponsored in part by Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit AutoOwners.com. This is Charles Osgood. A couple of weeks ago, in a high school soccer game outside Boston, a member of the Concord Carlisle High School team scored a goal. First one this player has scored since he made the varsity team. Somebody put a video of the scoring play on YouTube, and guess what?
With more than 1 million YouTube hits, it might be the most famous high school soccer goal ever.
That's our CBS News colleague Jim Axelrod. Why was it so newsworthy? Well, it's about Nico Calabria, the 18-year-old kid who scored the goal.
He is, and always has been, the kid with one leg.
My disability doesn't define who I am. My disability gives me a challenge every day.
The story after this. In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local, independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens to your car, home, or business. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
In Raleigh, call Anders, Ireland, and Marshall at 919-755-1401.
If you've ever had water trapped in your ears after swimming or bathing, you know how painful and uncomfortable that can be. Instead of messy drops with damaging alcohol, try Clear Ears, the revolutionary product that dries and relieves. Clear Ears is a soft, comfortable earplug that actually draws water from the ears. And it works fast, usually within 5 or 10 minutes. It's convenient to use, safe for kids and adults. Clear Ears, available at CVS, Walgreens, Duane Reade, and other fine stores. Go to clearears.com for more information. Jim Axelrod, tell us about Nico Calabria.
Born without a right leg and right hip, Nico was raised by parents whose only expectation for their son was that he not expect any special treatment.
You're not taking out the garbage. You're doing everything that every other kid in the family is doing. And
you take out the garbage?
Oh, yeah. I hate it, though.
Just like any teenage boy.
He was just 5 years old when he decided that a traditional prosthetic leg was simply holding him back.
You can go the option of forearm crutches, they make you stick out heinously, but they also give you this opportunity to be as mobile and as free as I want to be. I can play soccer on my crutches. I can run. I can climb Kilimanjaro.
That's right. He said Kilimanjaro. At 13, Nico became the first one-legged climber to reach the top of Africa's highest mountain. He skis, dives, and loves volleyball.
Don't forget the wrestling.
Against two-legged opponents, he finished third in the state in his weight class.
Here's how he sees it.
I've got one leg. You get one life. Do what you will. And I'm not going to let the hand I was dealt in life dictate what my life is going to be.
The Osgood File. Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network.
Halcyon Painting just wrapped up their major outdoor projects of the season, and there's still some nice weather left. You can get your job done by the best. Call Halcyon Painting now for your no-obligation proposal. Halcyon provides a complete description of all work to be done in writing, together with a firm price. With Halcyon Painting, every job carries a written warranty. 752-7251. 752-7251.
Halcyon Painting will prove it to you. What makes your paint job better? We do.
Now's your chance to get in on all the hair-raising, action-packed princess fun. Disney on Ice presents Dare to Dream. Watch as Rapunzel lets down her golden hair to tangle with the dashing Flynn Rider and the hilarious Maximus. Go on a mystical adventure through the bayous of Louisiana as Tiana kisses the frog prince Naveen and gets royally jazzed. And become enchanted with Cinderella as she makes her dreams come true. Together for the first time ever, all the Disney princesses you love in a spectacular ice show. Bring your royal family to the ultimate princess event of a lifetime in your hometown. Disney on Ice presents Dare to Dream.
The magic begins at $17 per ticket. Additional fees may apply. See roseporter.com for details. Experience a spectacular Disney adventure at Disney on Ice presents Dare to Dream. Coming to the Rose Garden October 25th through 28th.
Radio for the Mid-Valley's horse lovers. The Horse Show with Rick Lamb. Sunday mornings at 9 on Smart Talk 1580.
This is Valley Talk. I'm Dave Adams. Glad to be with you on the show once again. Make sure you sign up for the Quiznos Taste on Us. We've got some entries in here. Just send them to Dave at KGAL.com. Put Quiznos Taste on Us on the subject line. I tell you, I've got the sandwich right here, and it's honey mustard. Smells good. Looking forward to eating it today. If you would like one $10 gift certificate, then sign up. And if you don't have access to a computer, then you can call the radio station. And the phone number to that is 541-926-8683, 541-926-8683, and say you want to be part of the Quiznos Taste on Us drawing. And don't forget about our balloon rides at Cheetah Lake Park this Saturday, 8 to 9:30 a.m. $10 a person. Come on out and ride the balloon. Right now we're going to be talking about going down the corn maze. Ray Fordyce of Fordyce Farms is with us today. Ray, thanks for being with us on Valley
Hello
Talk.
there. Thank you for having me.
One of the things that, by the way, I love your poster.
Thank you.
Vote for Fordyce Farm.
Vote for corn.
Vote for corn. A vote for corn is a vote for America.
That's right. Ear of corn in every pot, by golly.
You've been hanging around Mike Mason too long.
I think I could imitate him if I tried hard enough.
Yeah, I could just walk outside and you guys could have just a show here, just back and forth.
Is he sounding a little corny?
Just a bit, yeah. So let's talk about what's going on at Fordyce Farms. The corn maze, hay rides. What's the schedule? When can we go out and play in the corn?
We're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. On the weekends, we're open at night. We're open till 9 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays when the monsters come out in the corn maze. So we do a haunted corn maze at night. A good time is had by all.
Does Mike come out? Is he one of the monsters?
Oh, scares the living daylights out of everybody.
Me too.
That's right.
So we have the corn maze, we have hay rides. What are we have the monsters hidden in the corn maze?
Well, first of all, let me tell you what Fordyce Farm is.
Go ahead.
I've been in the U-pick business since I was 9 years old. Dad always raised strawberries, and at one point he said, Raymond, I want you to take over the U-pick part of this. I was 9 at the time, and I didn't take anything.
You were just a sprout.
That's right. Did what Dad told me. And so I've been in U-picks ever since. And so that's the portion of the farm that I took over. And so we've built that into U-pick strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, apples. We have a store now, and so we offer produce all summer long. I've always loved Halloween, loved carving pumpkins and all that. So for the last 10 years, we've also done the big shebang at this time of year.
Any shooty pumpkins? Do you shoot pumpkins out of a cannon?
No, we used to. My brother, who's no longer alive, built the coolest. It was a siege engine that threw pumpkins about 400 feet. But it broke, and he's no longer around to repair it, and the darn thing was so dangerous anyway. It was just unbelievable. So, no pumpkin thrower this year.
You never shot him out of the cannon, did you?
No, he nearly shot himself a few times, though.
So we have hay rides, Bone and Produce, animals. What kind of animals do we have?
Llamas and alpacas. And honestly, I much prefer animals once they're cooked. We borrow our animals, and they go right back when the season is over. My mom, however, loves horses, so she brings down her little pony, and we give out pony rides also.
So you don't name them, right?
No.
No animals
it's just a question of what wine they go with.
No animals were cooked in the production of this corn maze.
That's absolutely true.
What is the cost?
There is no fee to enter our farm. Most farms you have to pay just to walk on them. And so there's a huge hay fort full of tunnels and all sorts of fun stuff like that, and a jumping pit. We have an indoor hay maze. There's coloring stations for the kids. All that, there's no charge for any of that. The only thing we charge for is the corn maze itself. In the daytime, it's $3.50 for adults, $2 for kids. At night, it's $4.50. I'm sorry, $5. At night, it's $5.
Because the monsters come out.
Monsters are expensive. And in order to get those things to rise out of the ground from the mist when the sun is setting, we have to throw money at them. Absolutely.
Because there's a union there.
I think so.
It's the Monsters Union.
That's right.
You've heard the Monster Mash. Well, that's where it came from.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. Tell me your location.
We are at 7023 Sunnyview Road Northeast. Sunnyview Road runs in between Salem and Silverton.
How many people?
So if you get off at the Market Street exit and then get on to Lancaster, Sunnyview is the next stoplight north of Market.
And there's signs pointing the way.
Once you get out of town, absolutely.
How many people come out on a season?
Oh, I don't know. We've made no attempt to count.
Mike can't count that high?
We run out of fingers. It's a lot of people. It's all we can do to keep up with the flow. But it's a lot of fun. It really is. I enjoy taking people out for the hay rides. We usually give a little local history or local color while we're at it.
Don't you just love this time of year?
I do. I love it.
The colors.
Everything about it.
The corn maze, the pumpkins. Love pumpkin pie. You're going to have any pumpkin pies there?
I'm also the farm baker. We have a bakery at the farm, so I make a lot of pies this time of year, cake and all that sort of stuff. It's all for sale. We're going to be doing some grilling this year on the weekends for the first time, so we'll have pizzas, grilled corn on the cob, sausages, all that sort of stuff.
Nice. Oh. Mike, you've been kind of quiet
hungry
here. Oh, you're for a change.
I didn't think you'd complain. Well, they did come out with a new fall drink. You heard about that, didn't you?
What's that?
It's called the Autumn Leaf. Yeah, you take a few sips, turn colors, and fall to the ground.
I'll make sure I don't try that.
Okay. Yeah, don't try that one.
Bump. Be here all week, folks. So, again, give me these hours for the Fordyce Farms corn maze.
We're open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday. On Fridays and Saturdays, we are open till 9 at night. We are never open on Sundays.
Take a day off. The monsters.
Too tired to be. Plus, we go to church, so we're not there on Sunday.
There you go. We'll be back and more fun and frivolity and corn maze and autumn leaves and whatever else we can get into.
Don't touch the autumn leaf.
On Valley Talk here in just a moment. Don't go away because you might miss something.
Speedway has only one more race in this highly successful, amazing 2012 season in the newly remodeled stadium. This Saturday, it's the Fall Classic, USRA Modifieds, PHRA Dwarf Cars, and USAC Ford Midgets. Log on to TrophyMotorsports.com or like them on Facebook. The Willamette Speedway has only one more race in this highly successful, amazing 2012 season in the newly remodeled stadium. This Saturday, it's the Fall Classic. Willamette Speedway, the greatest show on dirt and the fastest way to family fun. Be there.
Quietus contains homeopathic ingredients traditionally used to provide relief.
Can you hear that sound? That ringing, that hissing.
I can't get to sleep with it.
I can't concentrate. I hear it constantly. Everywhere I go, it doesn't go away. It drives me nuts.
It's tinnitus. A constant ringing in your ear caused by loud machines.
Loud music.
Ah, finally. Quietus.
I love Quietus.
I couldn't believe it. No more ringing in the ears. No more hissing sound. Quiet relief so I can work.
No more ringing. No more loud fans.
And I sleep like a baby.
If you're suffering from tinnitus, I urge you to try Quietus.
After trying Quietus, the ringing stopped, and I felt like I got my life back.
Quietus is real, my friend.
Quietus has changed my life.
Call right now for your risk-free trial of Quietus at 1-800-860-8517. That's 1-800-860-8517. Stop the ringing now. 1-800-860-8517. That's 1-800-860-8517.
Lapdogs, yes men. Congress is full of people who blindly follow the party line and cave easily to special interests. You'd never confuse Peter DeFazio for one of those guys. Peter DeFazio has never been afraid to go against the flow or make some waves when he believes in something. That's why Peter stood up to leaders in both parties, leading the fight against the $700 billion Wall Street bailout. But this is nothing new. Peter has been fighting to crack down on Wall Street's reckless behavior for years. Peter supported the Wall Street Reform Act, but he's pushed for even stronger protections to safeguard the American people from ever bailing out Wall Street again. And to lower gas prices, Peter has fought big oil and gas speculators who care more about profits than people. Whether it's standing up to powerful Wall Street banks or greedy big oil executives, Peter DeFazio will take on anyone who threatens Oregon families.
I'm Peter DeFazio, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
Paid for by DeFazio for Congress.
A young mother discovers she has breast cancer and reluctantly attends a support group during chemotherapy treatment. The group consists of 6 breast cancer survivors that band together to take on more than just their cancer and its side effects. They face death and take on life. Cancer is nothing to laugh about, but you can choose to laugh at it. Albany Civic Theater presents Pirates of the Chemotherapy. Get your tickets now at Sid Stevens Jewelers in downtown Albany or Wine Styles in Corvallis. Pirates of the Chemotherapy, now playing through October 13th at the Albany Civic Theater.
Beyond the Beltway with Bruce Dumont. Sunday afternoons on News Talk 1580 KGAL.
Oh, it's a good thing you don't hear what's going on during the commercial breaks here. We might not have a job if you did. I'm Dave Adams. This is Valley Talk. We're having a lot of fun here talking to Mike Mason and then Ray Fordyce with Fordyce Farms, the corn maze. Now, Ray, you are the demented
farmer.
Demented farmer.
Yes, when we're open at night, the corn maze is fairly distant from our store, and so the customers have to ride the hay wagon to get to the corn maze itself. The demented farmer takes them there. That's me, and I'm proud to say my customers say I'm the most disturbing part of the whole experience.
You're the most demented part? You're the scariest part here. So tell us about the corn maze. What's it like?
We have a different theme every year. If you fly over our field, you see it is a picture. It's a picture maze. Last year, it was the end of the world. We decided to end the world a year early. Why wait till 2012?
Yeah.
This year, it's vote for Fordyce Farm. Vote for corn. What's scarier than election season? The corn maze at Fordyce Farm. Our maze is navigated. Most corn mazes. I remember going to corn mazes when I, still had little kids and before I had one myself. And I thought, I'm not going in there. I'll lose my kids and I won't see them till spring. My maze is navigated by answering questions. At every branch of the path, there's a sign there with a question on it. And so you answer the question that determines the path that you take. And so by answering the questions, you're led all the way through the maze.
Kind of like life.
Yeah, pretty much. And so at each path, there's a little trivia question. This year, it's on election stuff. May I give you a question, sir, and we'll see if you know the answer. Okay, for example here, which president served the shortest term of office? Was it A, Richard Nixon, B, William McKinley, or C, William Harrison?
McKinley.
Okay, McKinley.
No, McKinley. McKinley was assassinated at a World's Fair in Buffalo, New York in 1901, and he'd already served, how long had he served? 4.5 years at that point.
There's one guy that served like 3 days or something.
The shortest was William Harrison. He was a general in the War of 1812, and the campaign was Tippecanoe and Tyler too. He refused to wear an overcoat at his inaugural parade, caught pneumonia, and died.
Wow.
And he was in office for 3 days, right?
No, he was in... It was just a matter of days.
Yeah.
32 days.
Okay.
32 days. There.
I remember that part of the story. I just didn't remember the name. He caught pneumonia and died.
Okay, speaking of Harrison, he was succeeded by John Tyler to the presidency in 1841. Mm-hmm. Which bizarre fact about John Tyler is true? Is it A, there is a song about him by Lady Gaga called Hot Prez? B, a Turkish diplomat named Pamuk was found dead in his bed? Or C, 2 of his grandsons are still alive?
Let's go with C.
Yes?
Yeah.
C is correct.
I can
Now,
tell
he
by the
does-
way he gave the 3 answers.
You tipped us there a little bit. Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. No, he died in 1852, before the Civil War even began. He married in his 70s for a second time and had 2 sons by that marriage. One of those sons didn't marry till he was in his 70s, and again had 2 sons. So in 2 generations, there's 140 years. Those 2 grandsons of President Tyler still live in their grandpa's plantation house.
Wow.
You know, there's a vicious rumor that Lady Gaga is dead, and that's just an apparition
one of the grandsons
floating around.
She's one of the grandsons.
There you go. That's a scary thought.
Yes, it is. Lady Gaga might be in my corn maze.
Yes.
Is that how you get out of the corn maze?
That's right. She chases
Wow.
you out.
Wow.
Lady Gaga.
Yes.
So after you answer the question, they point for
Dressed
direction.
as President Tyler.
Yeah.
But you got to check out this corn maze. This sounds like a lot of fun. Again, give us the location.
7023 Sunnyview Road, Northeast, Salem, Oregon. And find us on the web or Facebook.
And you may need to make sure you go at night, because that is the most fun.
Yes, it is.
Because that is when the demented farmer... Do you have a demented farmer voice?
No, the demented farmer does not speak. He is silent. He does shriek from time to time, however, but I won't do any shrieking right now.
Really? Doesn't sound anything like that.
No.
Hey, Frankie.
Stop it, Mike.
Is Mike out there at some point?
I'll see if we can bring him. Bring your grandkids. Come
Bring
give us a
the
visit.
grandkids. I think I like your blood.
Yes.
What would we call Mike? If we had to give Mike a name, it would be...
Oh, the demented disc jockey, obviously.
The demented DJ.
Dr. Demento, I think that's taken
I
over.
think it's taken. Well, we'll have to work on that one a little bit. What else do we need to know about Fordyce Farms? You sell produce during the regular time of the year. You've got to support the corn maze somehow.
Absolutely.
You got to support your habit.
In the wintertime, we're at the Salem Indoor Market, which is on Saturdays. The Salem Indoor Market is the area's oldest market. It's on 12th Street. It's on rural between 12th and 13th. Saturdays, 9 to 2. And we're there selling winter vegetables and baked goods. I bake all winter long. You can also order baked goods from us online. For custom baking, why go to all the trouble to making those pies for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner when mine are probably better? I make a pretty good apple pie. So give us a try.
What about your pumpkin pie? Now, you've got it. Pumpkin pie, come on.
Pumpkin pie is no
Pumpkin
trick
pie.
at all. A really good apple pie takes some doing.
But pumpkin pie.
Made out of squash.
It's the...
My better thing this time of year is pumpkin cake.
Okay.
You put in some walnuts, dried cranberries, and top it off with candied ginger cream cheese frosting. It is delicious.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
You pick 'em. So Fordyce Farms is a you pick 'em farm.
Yes, we're a U-Pick operation. Come out. There's pumpkins lying there. One other thing that I do, I love carving jack-o'-lanterns. It's one of the reasons why I got into this in the first place. So on the weekends, provided it's not windy, there will be a display of 50 or more jack-o'-lanterns all lit up and glowing.
No.
So the
So you can
demented
come by.
farmer is out there with a sharp object with a knife.
Yes,
Carving
ready to carve pumpkins or something else as the spirit may lead.
The You Pick Farms. How big of a enterprise is that? Across the Northwest or across the nation, is that picking up popularity?
It's a good question, and I don't know the answer to that. Certainly,
That's why it's a good question.
I've been doing it since I was 9, and when I was a kid, it was mostly old people who came out in their 70s this was the Depression generation. They wanted to save some money. That's what they were there for.
Sonny, where's the pumpkin
That's right.
pie?
And I thought, oh my gosh, I can see the end of this. I can see the end of this business just a few years down the road. Now it's a completely different crowd. It's mostly people who are looking for either for a day in the country, and that's one of the things we really aim to offer our customers is a beautiful day in the countryside, or they're there because they want the very best, the very freshest. And so with our produce, we specialize in unusual things you can't get in the grocery store. For example, we grow hood strawberries. They're hard to grow. They don't have a shelf life, but are they delicious. They're the best thing on earth. We do still have strawberries this time of year, by the way.
Okay. We're wrapping up the show here. Sanity returns tomorrow with Real Estate Talk, and Dave Pouch is on the stage. But don't forget Fordyce Farms and the Corn Maze. Cue the monster. Any pirates there? No.
That was 2 years ago.
They're gone. Maybe next year for the Pirates. Theme this year is
Vote for corn. Vote for Fordyce Farm.
So if you don't know who to vote for corn, vote for Fordyce Farms. What's your website? Facebook.
Fordyce Farm.
Okay. Have a lot of fun. Don't forget to sign up for Quiznos Taste on Us. DavidKGAL.com is the email address. Quiznos Taste on Us on the subject line. Make it a great day. Enjoy the autumn weather and don't be scared, okay? Bye-bye.
Serving the Mid-Valley for over 50 years. You're listening to News Talk 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.